In this video, we're going to talk about the many different types of formulas that Excel 2010 has to offer. And these are very convenient, powerful tools that pretty much eliminate the need for any type of calculator, because Excel is going to be doing all these calculations in the program itself. So let's talk about some of the different ones that are available to us. Now, when I talk about a formula, I'm basically talking about any numeric calculation that's done. So for example, something as simple as 2 plus 2, 5 minus 1, 8 times 20, all these things are, as Excel refers to, formulas. So let's see how we can put them into our program. You'll always actually want to start inserting a formula with the same key, and that's your equals key. And that's how Excel determines that what you're putting in the cell is a formula and not just some other generic type of information like a name or a number. So when we put that equal sign in there, that indicates to Excel that to expect some type of calculation after that symbol. So all formulas use a set of what are called operators, and probably more popularly known by the plus sign, the minus sign, the parentheses. So I'll list out here a variety of the different types of operators Excel 2010 recognizes. You use the plus key, and that's going to be for addition, of course. You're going to use the minus key for subtraction. You'll use your asterisk symbol for multiplication, and you'll use your forward slash. Let me put that in there. Oops. Forward slash is going to be for division. Okay. For exponents, you're going to be using your caret symbol, and this is the shift plus the 6 key on your keyboard. And again, that's for exponents. That's going to be for if you want to take 2 squared or 5 to the 4th power or 4 cubed. You'll be using that caret symbol to indicate that in Excel. Let's see, what else do we have? We've got parentheses, of course, for helping determine what order calculations should be performed in with Excel. And then we've got, of course, percentage symbol too. So this is to be used to change any numbers into a percentage value within Excel. Okay, so those are the most common ones we're going to be covering in this video. Now, there's another key thing to remember, is that Excel will always perform whatever calculation you're doing in the exact same order, with the exception of if you get creative with your parentheses. But it's always going to follow one order, and that's abbreviated by PEMDAS. And you could probably take a guess as to what these stand for, but parentheses are always going to be first, right? That'll be the first thing that Excel checks for. Then you've got your exponents, which will come next. Then multiplication takes priority after that, followed by division. Addition and subtraction will be the lowest priority that Excel places on. So essentially what this is saying is, no matter how you write your formula, if there is a multiplication calculation that's placed before addition, or that's placed after addition, it's still going to be calculated before. So let me just give you a quick example here. So maybe we have 8 plus 4 times 2, right? And notice I didn't put the equal sign there because I just want to demonstrate this here without actually performing the calculation, right? So say this is how I've written it, and even though sequentially the addition comes before the multiplication, Excel is still going to take the 4 times 2 first and then add 8 to the result. So you'll get 16 in this case as opposed to 24. So just remember to make sure you keep this in the back of your mind, the PEMDAS order. Okay, so let's see how we can actually start putting these formulas in to some data that I have laid out for us here. So I prepared just, I've got 3 names here. I'm tracking the data from quarter 1 to quarter 4. I've got their sales figures, and I want to just simply add this data up, and I don't want to do this in my head or break out my calculator. And why should you, right? So we've got Excel here, it's going to do it for us. let's start in G5. I'm going to hit that equals key to indicate that I'm putting in a formula. Now, what needs to follow is I don't necessarily have to actually type in that numerical value 6,354. I can simply just type in the name of the cell that data is in. So in this case, it would be C5, right? So I'm going to go ahead and type in C5. And the minute I do that, it outlines that cell in blue, just indicating that I'm using the data in that cell. So don't worry about it, doesn't mean anything else. Then I've got to put my operator in, which is the plus sign, and then I'll put in what comes next, D5, right? And then you'll see that it gets highlighted, or there's a green border around that. Then I'll put in E5 after that, so on and so forth, all the way to F5. And when I'm done, all I need to do is hit the enter key. And look at that, it totals everything up. Beautiful, right? Nice, quick, efficient. Let's go down to the next row. So for G6, I'm going to do the same thing with my second employee here, Eric. And instead of actually typing it all in, there's another way you can do it. And this way is going to use the mouse. And all I need to do here is simply click on the cell I want to use in my formula. So again, put in that equal sign first. Click on the cell you're going to be using, which in this case is C6, and you'll notice it translates that into my cell G6. All I've got to do is type in the operator, which is the plus key. Then I'll click the next cell, hit the plus key again, click E6, one more time plus, click F6. You'll notice it puts all that in my cell G6, and then when I hit enter, wonderful, it totals it all up, and it's great. I can also do this if I wanted to in my formula bar, right? I can just click on the formula bar, hit my equal sign, and do the same procedure there. The only reason you might want to use the formula bar is it gives you a little more space instead of putting everything in the cell here, but same result, same functionality. Okay, for this last one I'm going to show you real quick in G7. Now I could again either choose the keyboard or mouse and put that same calculation in there, but remember from the previous video we learned that nice autofill handy dandy tool. It works just like it did before with formulas as well. So if I go into G6 here, I'm going to go to the bottom right, and I'm going to simply find that slightly enlarged black square, click, pull it down, release. Beautiful, right? Now I don't even have to type it in. So if you get that formula in there once, perfect, and you want to autofill the rest, just make sure you know everything's in the proper order, but it can save you huge amounts of time. Okay? So that's your introduction to formulas. They're very powerful. Take advantage of them, right? Don't make work harder for you. Let Excel do it all for you.